Do you have the Herald today?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen the story?
Which one is that? What,
On DSTV?
No, it's not DSTV. Why NPP and Jubilee House rejected Musa Dankwa's money-driven pool?
Yes, I've seen it. Why, you have a problem with it? You have a problem with the story?
I'm surprised. When we get there, because I was talking about Musa Dankwa's conversation with Ben Malone on TV last night.
Yes.
You know, Ben Malone was unhappy with the Musa Dankwa's post.
Yeah, he's asked him to stop it.
And Musa Dankwa responded very strongly, and he actually said that the MPP didn't do that. And that then some of the MPP social media people were quoting it. And, you know, these days they have something they call, it's a home fight.
Yes.
With the concern Musa.
But Dochimalo, is he NDC?
No, Malone's point was that it is too early in the government to be polling
on who is leading and who is
not leading. So Musa Dankwa brought a poll in America. And Malone said that in America, where is the home of polls, they don't do that. So Musa Dankwa pulled something. I said they do that. They are already polling who is coming after Trump.
And
but the Herald thing is interesting.
It makes me a bit uncomfortable at the time because of the timing. It makes me uncomfortable.
But Musa is doing his work. I don't know why people want to tell me for him when.
And that's what he's saying, that you can't tell him what to do.
And he said something very important that, look, as far as the NDC is concerned, Jomama is phasing up.
Right.
So it's going to be a whole new architecture.
Yeah, it always happens.
So a new architecture, there's nothing wrong with posturing the people who possibly could be at the forefront and see the acceptability.
Yes.
So he doesn't see anything wrong. And to me, it convinced me. Earlier on, I was a bit...
but it's the outcomes that he's giving that is concerning people.
And
people are hiding behind the concern of the outcomes to suggest that he shouldn't do it at all.
But Paul,
this consistent Haruna Iddrisu is leading. He's making people very uncomfortable.
Why?
Why, Paul?
Because, you know...
But it's not him.
So
it's the people he polls.
You know, as for the issue about the contest,
yes,
it's one of the down points of democracy, but we need it for democracy to be sustained.
The MPP want to, the outcomes of the polls on MPP.
Yes,
it's worrying a lot of people.
That's what I'm coming to. When the president, who is doing a last term, takes the oath, that is the end of the matter.
Yes.
Once he's taken the oath, the contest has started.
Yes.
So the contest started at the Independence Square.
Yes.
In 2005.
That's the reality.
In 2005, I was in Parliament when Kufuor had been sworn in, and I think there was a state dinner that they always do that.
After the State of the Nation.
At the forecourt of the State House, that side near Parliament. So this was 2005, January 7th, same day.
Yeah.
Then Akufo-Addo walks in. This is the same day that Kufuor was sworn in.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo walks in and Victor Newman and co are cheering him. They ain't coming. It's your time.
The very day Kufuor was sworn in.
That's the same day. Akufo-Addo was hiding from the cameras. He was so embarrassed.
Wow.
As soon as they had organized it. And people who supported Kufuor were very upset. The state officials who were running the show at the castle, they were very upset. What is this? The same day. You see, because...
You mean he can't wait?
Nobody can wait.
No, it's not.
It's part of the... If you wait, you lose. You lose. If you wait, you lose.
It's all political strategy.
So that's what's
setting
happening
agenda.
So that's what is happening now. When Akufo-Addo was sworn in 2021, as soon as he was sworn in, people told Alan, and I know, that don't accept ministerial position. If you do that, they set a trap for you. This is your time. Announce that, thank you very much, Mr. President, for the first term. I don't want to be in. I'm hitting the road. It was a topsy-turvy for the Alan people to come to look at. They were looking at it. But then he submitted himself to the vetting to continue another Ministry of Trade. There were some strong Alan supporters that said that if you do this, you are done. Because they are going to create Muhammadu Bawumia, and he's brilliant. And Ghanaians like him. If you don't cut your path right now, you go into it, you're out.
Were they right or wrong?
Well, posterity will judge. I don't know. So if the polls had come out then, Musa Dankwa did polls then in 2021, and said that in the MPP race, some other person, some other minister, who can I even talk about? Some Osafo Maf or somebody. Osafo Maf is too old. Boakye Jackon. He had exited minister though, but assuming he was a minister.
Yes.
Boakye Jackon hasn't said that he's running, but consistently you say Boakye Jackon is leading.
Yes.
It's discomforting, and it is this discomfort that is making people attack you.
To who?
To those who support Asedun Ketia. You are saying that Haruna, every day you bring post, Haruna Iddrisu is leading. Haruna Iddrisu hasn't said he wants to do anything.
Paul.
Consistently, you say Haruna Iddrisu is leading. Why? That's why the Herald is going after him like that.
What is the guy polling? Musa Dankwa is asking Ghanaians, not NDC.
Nobody has asked him to ask any Ghanaian.
He's
we are
asking
Assedu
Ghanaians,
Ketia people.
who would
We
you
are focused.
prefer? Who would you prefer to take over after John Mahama is done with his
No, he's
tenure?
asking NDC people.
No,
it's an NDC
no.
poll.
It's a Ghanaian thing. It's not an NDC matter.
you have to check that.
No, it's a Ghanaian thing.
Okay, so Ghanaians
It says
who
Ghanaians
are
would
both-
wish.
who are neither NDC
Yeah.
and consistently the Ghanaians
They
look
said
at the
they see
NDC
Haruna
situation
as an heir to the throne.
and they say Haruna Iddrisu.
Yes.
Are you sure it's all Ghanaians?
No, it's a
There was
Ghanaians.
one poll that he did that I had a difficulty with. I had a small
Okay.
problem with.
All right.
He polled among MPP people who does NDC like.
Yes.
And then among NDC people who does MPP like.
Yes.
I don't understand that poll.
And then the NPP
I'm
people said they want
MPP.
Assedu Ketia.
Yes, I'm MPP.
NPP said they want
I
Bawumia.
want to defeat NDC.
Yes.
It is true that in politics, there's always a small morality among politicians. I've worked with them, I know. So when a politician says that, oh, I think Adom-Otchere Martin will be a better president, he may be NDC, but sometimes that's genuine. He knows that if this guy is president of Ghana, you would think that it will be good.
yeah.
I will still campaign against him,
Yes.
but I like the way he is.
Yes.
So people should not discount that too much to mean that is a candidate we can beat.
Right.
That's people are looking at it like that. No, there's a bit of morality among politicians where when you ask them, so that's where the respect comes. You see, there are MPP people who respect some NDC people. Neil Ante van der Poel here is respected by many MPP people.
Right.
There are some NDC people that MPP people don't respect.
True.
And vice versa.
Fact.
So that comes across. There are many NDC people today who will not mind in the way future to see Afenyo Markin as president. They won't mind.
The challenge
Yes.
is that
Yeah.
you can't tell whether the person's preference is born out of a genuine,
I agree with you on
genuine
that.
intention,
Or
the person is
or that he's
playing
speaking.
mischief.
Yes.
So at this point, we'll take a break. We'll take a break.
Talking about. The point is that people are uncomfortable, and I'm just saying that they are uncomfortable because Musa Dankwa is not polling their favorite candidate.
Right.
And then they will now come and sort of appreciate some of us and why we're fighting Musa Dankwa, because it's not very easy to be watching polls and your favorite candidate is at the fourth place, fifth place, fourth place. I mean, I don't know how he sees it that Haruna Iddrisu consistently is leading this thing all the time.
Okay.
Well, on the NPP side, he has Bawumia sort of leading all the time.
Right.
But somebody read the demographics to me, one of the Educhum supporters read the demographics to me and said that if you look at the people Musa Dankwa is polling, he's polling 55 and above in the MPP contest.
Okay.
And if you are polling 55 and above, then you are missing the main demographics of the voting population, etc.
Right.
I have not looked at it, but that's a complaint they had. That you should look at those polls very well, etc. But I think I'll encourage him to continue doing it. He should just hope that he doesn't get any major thing wrong.
All right.
Otherwise, he becomes like my uncle Ben Efson, who did so well in 96, 2000. And then once he got something wrong, all the people came after him. He's predicted, for instance, that Muhammadu Bawumia is now on 47%, suggesting that the MPP election is going into a second round.
Right.
If the MPP election comes and somebody wins a first round victory, that's a problem. He's predicted this Haruna Iddrisu lead. If he continues the prediction and the event comes up and Julius Debra and Assedu Ketia lock horns at the top and Haruna is way behind, that's a problem. But Haruna himself is introducing a new ticket. That's quite interesting. He's suggesting to us that Professor Jenano Opoku-Agyeman should be part of the process. And in that case, I have heard that if Jenano Opoku-Agyeman is the number one, then Iddrisu Haruna will be number two, which is quite an appreciable ticket. If the NDC can put it together. I'm not sure how Ghanaians are going to respond to transitioning a woman from vice president to president in one election cycle. I'm not sure how that's going to be, but it will be a progress in our democratic work to see something like that. It will be interesting to see how that pair compares with whatever pair the MPP are bringing up. So
because as we speak, we're not too clear whether Prof herself is interested or not. We don't
well,
know.
she hasn't said anything.
She hasn't said anything.
But you see, she has a political advisor. The reason why I suspect that she may be interested in her office is a major political stalwart, Samuel Ofusu-Ampofo, who is a major former chairman of the party, is a political advisor to the vice president.
Right.
Ofusu-Ampofo and Assedu Ketia had a contest the other day, and Assedu Ketia beat him. People even thought that Assedu Ketia had betrayed his chairman by contesting his own chairman. So I can understand there may be some political tension over there. Ofusu-Ampofo will be there to establish the vice president's political backbone. In there also is Alex Segbefia. That's quite a formidable team if you are looking at the NDC situation.
What makes this analysis a little tricky is that we shouldn't also rule out Samuel Ofusu-Ampofo
himself.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see that happening too. But
I want us to. This is the statement you're talking about, even though it is not our main conversation. But I think this is what Paul is talking about. Bright. So this is. It is my prayer that God will give you long life and good health, so that probably you will be elevated to become the first female president of the Republic of Ghana. He doesn't tell us whether it's 2028 or 2032.
Well, to use the word elevation suggests that it's immediate.
This was
because she's vice president
This
now.
was her visit to the Ministry of Education. You know, as part of her portfolio,
Yes.
she's responsible for education, gender, and other social ministries.
Right.
So she visited the minister, and the minister expressed his joy in receiving her.
Okay.
And so make this prayer. As a Muslim, it's typical of, such a prayer is typical of a Muslim. You understand?
But he's also a politician.
But I want to look at, I know Haruna Iddrisu very well. And I know when he meant something, he means it.
No, but
It
you
is
see,
a prayer.
for somebody of Haruna's caliber, once you make a statement like that, you will trigger all kinds of analysis.
Yes, so it's triggering all sorts of analysis from people.
If you were somebody else,
people who,
Paul
people who
would
have
bother.
interest in those things.
Yes.
But as far as I'm concerned,
Because look at the context. There are people who are lobbying or pushing for Haruna to stand. There are people who want profs to stand, right? Or to contest. And now you, Haruna, your interaction with...
do you know how many people are pushing me to contest?
No, I was going to talk about you, but it looks like you've taken the wind out of my sails.
So you
Good.
always have people pushing you to contest one position or the other.
Fine.
There are always kingmakers for every position.
Yes.
So it's left with you to critically sit down and analyze yourself to see whether you are ready for what you have been asked to do.
I can assure you, you wouldn't say what Haruna said.
Really? Are you sure?
You wouldn't sit in front of Prof and tell her that you pray that she
Maybe I will say something more. Because I will always support her.
No, I'm saying, no. The fact that you support it doesn't mean that you don't have any ambition.
If I have an
Do you get the point
ambition,
I'm making?
if I have ambition and I'm convinced that this person, the current vice president...
So you're saying that you are prepared to shelve your ambition?
Why not?
Okay, so is that what Haruna is doing?
Possibly.
No, Haruna is taking the running mate's position. And if I know Haruna
Paul, how
Iddrisu,
do you know?
if I know Haruna Iddrisu a little bit,
Yes.
Haruna Iddrisu rehearsed that. He rehearsed it. He didn't just say it.
No, I know.
He's saying it for effect.
Yes.
He knows the effect it's going to give to all of these conversations. He's saying it for the media.
Okay.
When he was a student leader in those days in Commonwealth, and he's going to go on Talking Points, what he says on Talking Points, which Ghanaians watch, we have heard him say it on campus. And he says exactly the same thing.
After the abundance of the heart proceeded
Yes,
after the mouth.
I agree.
So he's intentional.
So he's very deliberate. He's very
intentional,
So
but
but
you are
talking points,
moving- you are
whatever the
moving-
question of Talking Points is, Haruna Iddrisu wants to say that the students' mobilization, this has done that.
No, because
he will
maybe
make sure
you
that
want to get
he
a
makes the
feedback.
point.
You want to get a
I
feedback.
So
from
he has
you.
rehearsed. He has worked with him at the Ministry of Trade, so he also knows him.
I know him.
He has rehearsed, and he is the kind of politician who is both NDC and MPP in orientation. Haruna Iddrisu is like Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
He knows what he's dropping here for effect. In 2013, there was small tension about whether he would be a minister in John Mahamed's administration or not. He shot up as a minister from the younger NDC as the only cabinet minister in the Mills administration of his generation. Elvis was a deputy minister at the time. Elvis is his generation. He shot up to become powerful minister of communication. Some people didn't like it. Iddrisu Haruna was aware. In 2013, when Professor John Mahama became president, there was pressure on whether or not Haruna Iddrisu was going to be a minister.
Yes.
Some of the inner circle of John Mahama were not quite comfortable with him. What happened? Riots occurred in his constituency.
And then he was
wasn't
appointed-
even in the country.
And he was appointed Labour minister.
He was appointed trade minister.
No, Labour.
Trade first.
No,
It was trade.
It was Labour.
It was Labour.
It was Labour first.
Yes,
before
Labour.
trade.
Yes,
Oh
before
yes,
trade.
the Sana was trade.
Yes.
Iddrisu Haruna's constituency, police had to be sent there.
Yes.
He wasn't there.
Yes.
He wasn't in the country.
The issue is
There
at
was
that time.
massive confusion
At that
back in
time,
time.
if somebody says that Haruna was not sure he was going to be a minister,
Yes.
then the person was only speculating. I can tell you. I can tell you.
But how was the route? The routes occurred.
No, because it was
no,
delayed.
wow.
It
Remember
was
the
delayed.
delay.
It was delayed.
Yes.
Delayed.
Yes.
You
So it
understand?
created room for some speculations.
Look,
Okay.
even in my constituency, there was routes.
Yes.
But mine was minimum.
Yes.
But you didn't organize it.
No, I didn't know anything about it. But people were agitating. Why is it that Neil and Tebana has not been given a position? Why is it? You understand? Sometimes those things happen. Look, I remember very well.
So Haruna didn't orchestrate
even,
the
even
routes.
in Laura, it happened when Bid was not given the position. Bid, people felt that what? for all the contribution and the sacrifice he has
But
made.
it's justified. Once there's a delay, bid is my friend. Once there's a delay, it can evaporate.
It can trigger those things. I agree.
I see. It isn't all the time that these things are orchestrated.
No.
Well,
because
I can agree with that,
his
but I'm telling you
the direct beneficiaries of who he is.
I'm telling you the kind of person. There was a period in the NDC situation. Haruna Iddrisu managed to run away from J.J. Rawlings for about 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
He's a fox. So a fox politician does not make this statement as Honorable says a prayer. No. Haruna Iddrisu has seen everything going on. He knows about it. He's a seasoned guy. He knows it. He has seen that some people have taken the front line. But he has also seen that he's doing well in the polls. He has seen it. I don't know whether he has a relationship with Mr. Dankwa or not. He, however, what I can credit him for is that he genuinely believes that Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman will make a good president. Otherwise, he will make the statement. He genuinely believes that. He doesn't know whether that will happen or not. So he's throwing it in. Asiedu Keita should receive it as a big contest.
According to Paul, Haruna is positioning himself
for vice president.
Oh, he's already there. He's already there.
You see, Paul's
if NDC has an Akan candidate and they are looking for a northern candidate for the running mate, I don't think they can go beyond Haruna. Maybe Mahamaya Rega is a great one as well. But
but how does this make the likes of Julius Deborah, the likes of Dr. Ekopoku, the likes of what's the name, Amanko Fibua, and all the others who are contesting this position? I mean, they have publicly made it known that they want to go. If the person I am actually targeting or the person I'm actually looking forward to making my running mate is already hoping that somebody else becomes
but Haruna is a universal running mate. That's what I'm saying.
So he will say the same for Julius.
No, he might not say. He won't say. But any Akan becomes the candidate of the NDC, and you are looking for a northern candidate. You can look at Haruna Iddrisu, Mahamaya Rega, Mutala is gone now.
You think really, we can have two Southerners?
No, that's a conversation that is coming up even within the MPP. They are talking about. But Haruna stands taller than Dr. Nashiru.
No, I'm talking about the conversation out there.
Yes. So, did you say Amanko Fibua is also interested in the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, the land minister.
That's what I mean. That's an intel I've picked.
So it's not a two-horse race.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. All this is speculation.
But there are more. There are more coming up.
These are all speculations.
Why?
Oh, you see.
So this is the voters' preference. So he's not talking about NDC delegates.
Okay, voters' preference for NDC leadership. And it's always.
Now you're having at 29%. You have
all the time.
I see the 24. You have Atu 14, 18. Atu thing. I don't know.
Anyway, Atu 14 has beaten Julius Deborah.
Julius Deborah is 10.3. Now Samuel Okudzeto to Black. That's a bit surprising.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the problem with this situation?
Yes.
The Julius Deborah candidature.
Oh, Joshua Labi there.
Yeah, Joshua Labi, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
You like that one?
The only person missing is me.
Yes, because he hasn't indicated. So from today, tell Mr. Dankwa that the Odododio Giants, the Giants of Odododio, the one who did more than Neo Kaija Adom-Otchere, was able to do more than Okaija. Nobody does more than Okaija.
Count him in.
Yes, so please remember.
Is Amanko Fibua there?
Amanko Fibua is not there. You know the problem here? Yeah. The Chief of Staff's office and the Chairman of the party's office. These are the two officers that will hold the party together in a contest. Yeah. The problem the NDC is having, that these are the two people contesting. I'm looking at it and I think that political parties should look at it and in future say that party chairman and chief of staff cannot contest. Because you see, the chief of staff is the center backbone of the government. He should say this, that if you take Frema Opare out of Bawumia's campaign, I'm not so sure how Bawumia would do because she was a major push. Because the president was for it. So she was a major push for the situation. Assuming that she also wanted to do it. If Kojom Pienin, who was the backbone for Alan Chamartin's agenda in 2007, was also wanted it. And then you must have a party chairman who is balancing the scales. In 2008, MPP people were very unhappy with Nana Ohininto as general secretary of the party and directly showing that he was supporting Alan. It turned Peter McMahon, the chairman of the party, also to support Akufo. And MPP in their subsequent meetings looked at it and said, look, this thing should not happen again. Now you are the chairman of the party who's supposed to stabilize. So he would have called Haruna and said, look, the statement you made about Jenana, we don't like it.
Still speculating.
Right. Whether
who said they will contest?
Oh,
how do you know?
You see, we all said "oh" together.
No, but how do you know?
It's written on the wall. It's so
which wall? Which wall? The Jerusalem wall?
No, it's on the party office wall. I mean, it's beautiful for us democracy watchers to see how the NDC goes through this process. We were always looking forward to see how the MPP will go through a process of Akufo-Addo successfully putting Bawumia on the ticket.
Will be contesting?
Guzi has always been a great candidate. I worked for him in 2000.
Guzitano.
Yes, are you aware he may be contesting?
He may be. He's entitled to.
What about Spio Gabra?
Guzitano.
Oh, Spio has gone. Spio has gone a little bit.
I would be shocked if Guni. Not
Are you worried
because
because of his age?
not because he's not competent, but
His age?
sure.
But if you look at Guzitano,
Guzi is not old.
Guzi has 25 years ago showed Ghanaians his agenda that he wants to be president of Ghana. I mean, no
Yeah, but
other person.
what has happened to your very good friend?
Who are you talking about?
Iwadaku.
Kwame Iwadaku. Yeah, Kwame is there. He's doing very well in
Kwame is all
agriculture.
there.
I know,
And he's
but-
a very strong guy. If the
Is
party
he still interested?
if the party is looking for, I think at this stage, Kwame may be supporting Asedun Ketia. You know what has happened in the NDC is that those who are
Are you aware that Oko van der Poel will also be contesting?
Oko van der Poel has expressed interest in it.
Oko van der Poel.
Not this one.
That's what I'm saying.
Way
he's
back
there,
in
he's there.
2016.
He's also with Castle.
Yes.
So
Way
it's
back in
Spio
2016.
Gabra.
So that's what I'm saying.
has
that
always wanted
all
it.
all these things.
No, but
are
they're not going to.
speculations.
You can't beat the chief of staff.
Speculations. You don't know what will happen by next year. Let's finish with MPP primaries, and then we will know who are really interested.
But that's also
in
true.
contesting.
Whoever wins the MPP primaries will give an indication to the NDC of what is going to happen. But I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see from the last quarter of 2026 into 2027 how this decision. Now, the President Mahama must also make a decision. When does he permit the contest? Majority of the NDC people want an earlier contest so they can get on with it and run the campaign. The sitting president will never accept it. We've been through it. They will never accept it. So I'm putting a bet. The NDC contest might even take place in January 2028 because the forces around John Mahama, who are John Mahama people and who are exiting with him, they are not going to.
Our constitution says that
Don't
when
go
we
against the party.
1 year. It's
when
1
we
year.
are, yes, 1
It's
year,
the same
the year
for-
before.
Yeah.
And then when we are in
Not more than a year before.
It's 2 years.
Not more than. So it can happen earlier.
Yes.
In the Akufo-Addo contest, there was a move that, look, Mr. President, this Bawumia thing, let's do it in October and something. And there's force around Akufo-Addo said, what are you talking about? The party constitution says this. Why are you going to do it early? And it is they push it to the last hour. And that is usually what creates the problem. Because you have Asedu and Julius running until December 2027. If nobody wins and the contest goes into a second round, then 2 weeks later, maybe it's first week in January, and then you have 8 months to election of a candidate who has been elected 3 years earlier.
Moro, I thought we have another topic.
Yes, we do. There's
No, but this is
Dr.
also
Dami and
important.
Richard
You see,
Japa.
because
It's
whether we like
interesting.
it or not, things are happening.
No, it's going to be interesting.
And a lot is happening.
And money will be spent.
But
money will be
your
spent.
very good friend, and your very good friend to Godwin Iddrisu Tamaklo.
Yes. He says something. He wants to run?
No,
okay.
he hasn't said that.
Okay, all right.
Neil Lante van der Poel for national chairman.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's overdue
my
a little
campaign
bit.
manager.
That's a little bit overdue.
But he's a good strategist.
And I can assure you the MPP will be concerned about that.
If Neil Lante becomes
Yeah,
national
the
chairman.
issue is that,
Neil Ante, when he gets into his fighting mode, he's not an easy customer. So, I mean, the MPP will be concerned about
But he
the
wants
Neil
to
Ante
know.
chairmanship.
But Godwin Tamaklo wants to know whether you're now a pollster.
Oh, I do a little bit, but it's not professional like Musa Dankwe's own. But I do a little bit. But Godwin Tamaklo is in the camp of the chief of staff. He's supporting chief of staff. He's not supporting
Godwin
Asedu.
Tamaklo.
How do you know?
Yes.
How do you know?
Is it not Eduji you are talking about?
Yes. He supports
He's
chief of
staff. But you
How
don't
do you know? He told you.
Okay, so mention one NDC name. I'll show you where he is. Any name.
you know where-
Iwandako is Asedu Nketia.
Paul is speculating.
Oh, no. If you mention anybody, I'll tell you. Tamaklo, them, they are the chief of staff's inner circle. They are the guys.
You see,
They are running the show against the party chairman.
Moro.
He is disloyal to his own party chairman.
No,
Tell him.
Moro.
We don't know this for a
Mustafa
fact.
Mande, he's Julius Debra, 5,000%. He's not going anywhere.
Mustafa Bandi.
Yes, Mustafa
Let me
Mande,
tell you,
Julius
deputy,
Debra.
how do you call it,
Yeah, Julius Debra, big one.
You see,
But the point I was making is in the NDC legal situation, can Johnson Asedu Nketia run for the chairmanship, which is next year, and be re-elected, and then also run for the presidential candidate whilst he's still chairman? I'm not sure.
yeah, in that situation, when he wins the presidential, I mean, the first vice chairman will take over as chairman.
So I'm sure that's what Asedu Nketia will do then. because he has control over the party, he will win the chairmanship. Here is Neil Vanderpoel saying that he will not contest Asidu Nketia. So Asidu Nketia will become chairman. He will retain his chairmanship position next year. He will have control of the party. I'm sure Fifi Kwete will win too. Most of the national executives will win based on the results of 2024. They will all win, especially Fifi Kwete and Asidu Nketia. So Asidu will have control of the party. You see, more, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
And then he will come to the presidential. He will lead the process. They will form a committee. He probably will get Neil Vanderpoel to chair the elections committee. And then he will go through.
The party has elections committee.
That's where you're going to have the contest going into a second round. Because Julius Debra is not a pushover at all. It's going to be fierce. And Julius controls the backbone of the government. It's not easy to
Julius
tell.
told you he's contesting.
Every chief of staff. Oh, Julius, yeah, I think so. He should contest. He hasn't told me,
No,
but
he should contest.
He should contest. You know, President Mahama, people are going to now gauge where President Mahama stands. It's going to be very difficult for President Mahama, and particularly Felix Kwatiofosu, because in that season, every speech President Mahama gives, we will be trying to look into it to see where the support is and where he is going. And often, the leaders cannot hide.
Hey.
It was very easy for people to tell that Akufo was supporting Alanche Martin. It was plain simple for Akufo-Addo, for people to tell that Akufo-Addo was supporting Mahamudu Bawumia. It's very easy. So I can assure you, by middle of 2027, the speeches that President Mahama gives, it will lead us clearly to where he is. And we are beginning to think that he probably will split his loyalty between Eric Opoku, who is very close to Madam Lord, that's the First Lady Lordina Mahama, Her Excellency, because of President Mahama's relationship with Lordina Mahama, which is very, very tight. He cannot look at a Lordina candidate and ignore him. So Eric Opoku is going to be on his mind. But in terms of his working relationship with Julius, and you saw Julius issue a statement recently, I think yesterday. He said that I carry the vision of Mahama. Yes.
All of us are carrying the vision of Mahama.
No. He said that as chief of staff, he carries the vision of Mahama. So the Mahama people are likely to coalesce around Julius. That is why Godwin Tamaklo is Julius.
Okay, so Godwin has responded.
So he said he's not Julius.
So are you saying I'm
he has issued
Julius?
No, your experience and broad.
So he has
a disclaimer.
He has issued a statement. This is not a press statement, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. What did he say?
A reaction to what they said.
Good morning. Please tell Paul to stop the morning mischief.
Yes.
National Chairman General Mosquito permitted my appointment as Director Legal of the party.
Yeah, I know that. But he couldn't do otherwise. The presidential candidate wanted it.
And he says, I am eternally grateful to him. Julius Debra is like a big brother. I love them all.
I know. I don't think that he doesn't. He loves them all. But in the situation that it is, I mean, I love Alanche Martin to bits. But in the situation that that came about, I had to support Mahamudu Bawumia because the boss says that it is Mahamudu Bawumia. So I love Alanche Martin. You know, I still do. But the way the politics works, the boss said that, look, I think that the party must change its image. I think the vice president has presented himself creditably. And what I liked about Akufo-Addo is that he didn't impose Bawumia on individuals. He will lobby you. He will campaign, explain to you why he thinks that this is the way the MPP should go. And he did that with a lot of people and managed to convince quite a large number of people to support Mahamudu Bawumia. So yes, Godwin Tamaklo loves Asidu Nketia. But on this one, he is with Julius.
So you've just confirmed, Paul, that right from the get-go, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's preference for Dr. Mahama was.
I don't know whether it's right from the get-go. But I'm thinking that some. That he spoke to you at the time of the contest, not before. Oh yeah, but at the time of the contest, say the 2023, middle of 2023. You know, he was talking to people that how do you see it, and people said that to Alan, and then you say this and you say that, and then you balance it out. You know, even at the beginning of Alan's thing, people like George Anda were working for him. You know, there were quite a few people working for him.
When this internal contest started, this matter became very topical as to who exactly Nanado's preference was.
Nanado's preference was Mahamudu.
And the party kept telling us that Nanado is not. It's
neutral.
Oh, that's what we have. We all do that. We all do that. They said Kufuor was neutral, but the record shows that it was Alanche Martin.
Okay.
You know, J.J. Rawlings is the only one who had been bold in the Fourth Republic, and he got problem for that, so nobody wants to do that. To go to Sweden and make a declaration for Professor Sam, he's the only one who has been bold to do that. The rest, you can tease it out from their speech. So if you look at John Mohammed's speech, maybe you can start looking at it from now, and then you'll get a sense of where he's going. CEOs, chief executives, they are Julius Debra. Ministers, deputy ministers, Julius Debra. MPs who are not in government, most of them are Asidu Nketia.
So let's treat Paul's analysis as purely speculative. That's based on what he knows. It's not fact. It's not fact.